Let's talk about finding the right people to join your team. To scale and to grow in your business, no matter what business you're in, if you're an entrepreneur, you can't do everything yourself. All right, you guys ready? Today, I want to talk to you guys about finding the right people in the right seats. Really common words that are used out there in a lot of books. But there's a third element to that I think a lot of you guys don't necessarily think about, or especially when you're getting started, you miss out on. So finding the right people for the right seat. Let's start there, and then I'll get you to the third element towards the end to keep you engaged in this video. Notice behind me. What do I got behind me? Can you guys read that? Impactful, coachable, relentless, and resourceful. Those are the core values of my business. So when I am hiring, I put a job out my job ad has those 4 core values in the job ad. And it's not, are you impactful? Are you coachable? I say things like, tell me an experience. When you interview, we're going to ask for an experience on how you impacted others and how you've helped others in their business and how you've helped others that you've worked with, how you've, helped others get to where they want to get to. We're going to ask you questions about what it's like to work for your boss and when you had a hard time working for them. And I'm trying to pull out, are they coachable, right? Did they have an issue with their boss and what their boss told them? So understand your core values. Number 1, before hiring, you can't hire without having good core values. The biggest mistake I see in the companies that I run and the companies I've invested in is they've hired people that they feel like it's not a good fit. Well, what they're really trying to say is when it gets down to it, when they end up letting them go, is they didn't match my core value, right? Being resourceful, for example, was a super important core value of mine. And man, this guy just he didn't even know how to go to YouTube and look up how to do something. I mean, he just was not resourceful. He came to me with every single question all day long. And the got-a-minute meetings do not work as an entrepreneur. You don't have time when you're running a company, you're building a team, for your team to be in your office all day long saying, do you got a minute? Do you got a minute? You need them to be resourceful and find answers on their own. If you guys have a team, you know what I'm talking about here. All right, so you got your core values. So the right people for the right seats. Now, use the DISC test to understand their personality and help realize if they're in the right seat. For my business, a transaction coordinator, I want to have a really high C and a high S, about a medium I, and not too high of a D. And what that means on the DISC test is not too much drive, decent with people, but they're really, really organized. That's the high C, right? And the S, being a medium to high S, is they don't go super fast. You don't want them to miss details. My transaction coordinator position is super important. Now, a sales position, I want a high D and a medium I, medium to high I. They like people, they have a lot of drive, they have a low S. You want them to want to close, you want them to be impatient type of people. You want that in your salesperson. So use the DISC test to find out what seat people should be in. I can tell you guys and share more with you. Comment below. Share with me if you want some more information or a whole video about DISC tests. I'll share with you some more cool information about it. All right. Right people, right seats. One major thing, the number 3 thing I think most of you guys are missing is the right amount of pay. That was the biggest mistake I've made when I hired people, is I would try to hire the cheapest I could and get the most value out of people. So I would try to outsource things or get the very cheapest, I would feel good about myself negotiating the cheapest rate. Now when I hire, if you come in and you tell me and I feel like you're a great fit, you meet our core values, you're the right person for the seat, and you tell me you want $18 an hour, guess how much I'm gonna pay you? $20 to $25 an hour. I'm gonna overpay you based on what you said, right? So I always get out of them what they wanna make and what they think they're worth. I'm gonna overpay them a little bit more than what they think they're worth. And I always wanna overpay a little bit more. It's worth it. One person that's the right fit, that you're paying well enough to stick around, is worth 3 people that you try to get that same person at $15 an hour instead of 18. That's not the right fit. That's not gonna do for your business. Think about that. One person is worth 3 people. The stress and the headache of the got-a-minute meetings, the stress and the headache of having to, hire again and onboard, something that takes ownership, right? Look at that, coachable, taking ownership, relentless. They're willing to move forward. They're willing to come in on a Saturday and get work done, to take calls at night if you have questions. All right, hope this helps you guys build your teams. Team and scaling is so important to, really getting yourself out of the details of this business. Comment below. Would love to share more videos. Let me know what you guys want to hear about. Talk to you later.